everybody. My name is Jim Bashaskas. Everybody around the community calls me Dr. B. I'm the former superintendent of Mansfield ISD. Retired about 16 months ago and have gone to work in the private sector, serving as a strategic relations consultant for an architectural firm. And then I'm also doing some consulting work for the Texas Education Agency, where I'm helping struggling schools, which are essentially struggling businesses, try to work themselves out of either financial or governance problems. And that has been really, really fun. Years ago, I finished my doctoral degree at Stephen F. Austin State University, and one of our professors told us something that made me laugh out loud. He said, if you really want to clear the room and have everybody bolt for cover, walk in and go, hey, I want to tell you about my dissertation. And pretty much that's been true. But you're a captive audience today, so I want to tell you about my dissertation because I'm using that every day in my new role, and I certainly used it every day in my role as superintendent of Mansfield ISD. And it's called the Efficacy Triangle. For my dissertation, I interviewed school districts that were very successful in implementing new programs or in changing to meet dynamics that changed in their community, those types of things. And I went and I interviewed kind of the rock star teacher in those districts, who we called, back in West Texas, we called the bell cow. They were the ones that were leading the charge. They were the rock star person. They were the ones that were leading the new initiative and making changes. So I interviewed 6 teachers from 6 different districts, and then I transcribed their narrative, and I looked for common themes and strands about ways that you can facilitate change and improvements in your company. And I called it the Efficacy Triangle. So I'm going to do a little graphics here, and I failed penmanship, so my penmanship is not that great, but I'm going to do just a little bit of graphics here to share how the Efficacy Triangle works. Okay? And really, for something to be successful, your employees have to believe in the mission of the company. So one of the things that was very clear in the narratives of those teachers is that they believed in the mission of public education. So I'm going to put the mission right here. Your employees have to believe in the mission of your product. They have to believe in the mission of your school district. They have to believe in the mission of your business. They have to believe in the mission of community. And if they are, and they believe that, you're really already well on the way to being able to support change in your community. So the first thing that was clear, other than mission, the first thing that was very clear was they needed good training. And adults learn in a very unique way. They don't learn in an 8-hour training. They learn in small training repeated over time. And so the very first part of the Efficacy Triangle is to make sure that your employees feel well trained. The second thing that was so crystal clear was they needed to be in a team environment. They needed a mentor. They needed to feel like they're a part of something bigger. And so the other part of the Efficacy Triangle was kind of the team approach. Partner them with somebody. Help build that team environment, a very creative environment where they feel like they're growing. Those things are so important. And then the final part of the Efficacy Triangle is they need to know that their efforts are making a difference. When I was leading Mansfield ISD, we had a thing called Convocation. It's where all 4,000 of our employees would come together for kind of a family reunion, a pep rally, and just a get together with friends. And it would be our opening pep rally for the beginning of the year. And I always tried to hit on these things when we were talking about my speech for Convocation. I wanted to show them data where they knew that their efforts were paying off. We were performing very well in comparison to other districts. I wanted them to have the team feeling, so we all wore the same t-shirts. And then I just wanted them to feel well trained, so we talked about all the training opportunities and the opportunities for growth. And then, of course, we talked about the mission of public education. So if you if you have an issue in your business, think about this Efficacy Triangle. If you have an employee that needs to grow, offer training. If your people need to understand that your people need to really understand that what they're doing is making a difference, and they need to believe in the mission of your company. So good luck.